Welcome, beloved friends. We are gathered here in the presence of God and these witnesses to unite this man and woman in the holy covenant of marriage.
Really hard and come back just as the sun is going down. And she'd be waiting by the door.
To love, honor, and respect you.
Always.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
Rejoice or to mourn, I'll be yours, for rich or for poor. We'll count every blessing and choose to enjoy what you know. I'll be your light to ride through the
Hi, I'm Peter.
And I'm Carol.
In 2016, we sold almost everything we own, and we took our 3 teenage kids on an epic family road trip around North America and the world.
We knew we could always make more money, but we could never get back time.
As a family, we valued time more than money and experiences more than things. Along the way, our kids grew up into awesome young adults while developing the entrepreneurial skills and life experiences that have set them on their own adventurous paths. In our new chapter as empty nesters, our adventure continues, both off the grid at our cabin in the wilderness and on the road exploring distant places in our well-equipped expedition truck. Good morning. Today's the big day. We are leaving the island until next Tuesday, I believe. So we have everything we need for the wedding. We've already brought some stuff down. We have a lot of stuff being delivered. We're going down to the old family homestead down in the Hockley Valley area of Ontario. A beautiful farm that belonged to my parents for many years, and now that they're in their 80s, they have a section of the house off to themselves there, and my brother lives on the property. And so it's really fitting that Caroline's wedding is going to be celebrated there, where she has so many memories growing up and playing at her grandparents' property. So anyway, we've got hopefully everything, because there's no coming all the way back if we did forget something. But Carol's made a very thorough list, and we should be good to go. 2 boatloads, we're going out, we're taking the truck down, and the next 3 days will be set up, and then the big day. We're looking forward to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Go! Run!
She's so soft, like her face.
Cameras and stuff.
You know how to do this? Up, up. Now down. There you down. Now. Okay. That's right. Go get her down.
When we arrived, we took a walk around to get a feel for the venue and where each of the events would be held. Caroline's cousin and Matt's best friend, DJ, builds timber frame structures for a living and offered to make the wedding arch out of some restored, hand-hewn barn beams. We dropped in to see how it was going.
Good thing we're tall.
But you're not going to stand that close to me, so you stand like...
Yeah.
So now, how are you doing that?
Oh, what's your face there, bud?
Edit.
So we are just 2 days from the big day. Our whole family's down here at the old family farm. This is where my parents raised their children. In the background you can see Caroline's cousin DJ, which is also Matt's best friend, put together a wedding arch out of big beams. So they're just working on putting that structure together. We'll show you how it looks when it's all done. And then in the background over here, you can see the tent is set up and things are just falling into place bit by bit. Still lots going on, but we're enjoying our time getting ready for Caroline's big day. Super excited. Tomorrow we have a rehearsal dinner and all kinds of other things going on, and then Saturday we'll be walking down the aisle. It's pretty surreal, pretty exciting, and I don't think it's all hit me yet, but it will.
A little to the right, like a hot wolf.
So they're here, so the wedding can begin, or at least the prep. Hi. Tomorrow.
Thanks for inviting me. You must be Matthew. Yes. Yeah, nice to meet you.
So the tent's all set up. Tomorrow we're probably going to be putting the tables in, and Carol's sisters have just arrived from Oregon, so they're the decorators in the family. They do this for a living. They're professionals, and they're going to start putting in flowers and all the stuff. So it's going to look amazing. So far, everyone's enjoying themselves. Nobody's really too overwhelmed, and I don't think Carol slept properly in the last week, right?
It's fine though. It's like happy, not sleep. It's not stress.
Yeah, everyone's having a good time. Things are falling into place, and although there's still a lot to do, tomorrow's probably the biggest day of preparation, and then the wedding. So we're going to take your advice. So a bunch of you have left us some messages saying don't spend the whole wedding running around doing things. We do have so many friends and family here, and they've all offered to do everything for us. So we're going to take your advice and actually just be present and enjoy the one time where we get to marry our daughter to her best friend.
Break your leg on.
It's just kind of a focal point. We'll see. Right. We're just making it up as we go. I feel like Mamma Mia a little bit. It's just like coming together. We're working together as a family. Yep. Okay. Great job. Right? Oh, how do you know?
No, it's deep, man. They're getting firewood. So.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I'm going down there right now.
I think that'll be really pretty.
Walls and candles on it. Carol, what are you gonna do with that?
This is a really special antler, and Caroline asked if it would be in her wedding, which I thought was really neat. So I'm going to be placing it on this table, and the girls said it would be a perfect place for that. So her cake is going to be here, and then the antler, you guys will have to tell me which way it goes. Ta-da! With some flowers.
It's gonna be so pretty.
It's gonna look really elegant. So I'm here with my sister Mary. We have been doing the last minute shopping. Of course I forgot things again, but we got sparklers, some extra champagne glasses, and food. We just found out the number too of the number of guests that are coming to James and Lana's house, who is super kind of them to open their home for Caroline's rehearsal dinner. And it's a beautiful place. So we're excited to be celebrating Matt and Caroline there. But we have the number of guests now, and it's 52. So I hope we have enough food. Fingers crossed. So
I think we do.
I think we do too. I mean, we'll keep it really simple and easy and just have a really cozy time. And I can't believe it. Tomorrow morning, by this time, they will have been married.
Yeah, they will.
Think of that.
Yep.
Unbelievable. So this is really exciting. The tent is up. The boys are putting the lights in. The girls, my sister just came from Ottawa with all the flowers and some more decor. So yeah, 3 o'clock is the rehearsal on the front lawn of Opanoma's. And then we will come here at James and Lana's home for the rehearsal dinner. It's going to be a wonderful time. but we'll take you guys with us. So let's go. Dun, 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 dun.
And we had them in blue and purple.
Oh, very pretty. They're called delphinium. So as you know, Caroline loves chicken with her meals, and for this special occasion, we have our chicken from Greener Grazing, all organic and just beautiful. So I'm gonna be prepping this and getting it ready and put it on the barbecue.
Actually, the thing we have to figure out is if I ever get a okay, go when they're halfway, so you can start when they're halfway. Yeah.
Come up there and stop, and then I'll say, who gives this woman? Sure.
Happy day.
I remember looking and I said, oh, like, where's like, that's how I knew I knew what was happening. Oh, maybe they're
Hey guys, so we had the rehearsal and we did it a couple times. I think we got it down pat now. And in the background here, everyone that was at the rehearsal dinner and a bunch of friends are gathering here at my brother James's place. James and his wife Lana have offered to host the pre-wedding dinners at their place, so we're excited about that, and I'll show you around a bit. It's a gorgeous place. Yeah, so it is quite exciting, a little bit nervous, but I mean, I've been dreaming of this day for quite some time, you know, as my daughter grew up. Carol and I, my wife, we always envisioned what kind of man she would meet, and we hoped for a guy like Matt, and sure enough, now that she's met Matt, and he's such a wonderful partner for her, such a soulmate, you know. The two really love each other, and when Caroline first told me she was talking to Matt, I said, oh, that's wonderful, who is he, and send me a picture, and she sent me a picture, and the first picture I ever saw was him sitting on an alligator in the swamps of Florida. So I thought, hey, you know what, this guy could work, this guy, he's got potential. So how do I feel about it? I feel happy and excited and, you know, nervous, not really. All that stuff is just formalities, walking down the aisle. Am I gonna trip or, you know, none of that matters. Caroline and Matt are gonna have a beautiful, blessed day, so I feel excited. You know, the wedding is one thing and the honeymoon is one thing, but your life is really what counts. Life together, becoming one, and learning everything about each other. You'll never be closer to anyone else in your life than your spouse, and that's a wonderful thing. So I just wish you all the best, God's blessing over your life, and if He gifts you with the gift of children, I mean, you're going to be the best parents on earth, and it's going to be every chapter. I guess what I would say to you is every chapter in life is special, and you're going to go through all kinds of different chapters. A time where you're very busy with young kids, and you'll think there'll never be an end to that chapter, but before you know it, you know, they're teenagers, and then in a twink of an eye, you're walking them down the aisle, and you look back and go, where did that time go? So my advice would be to enjoy every single chapter, no matter how busy they are.
If you can tell me a bit about your relationship with Caroline. That was your first child.
Yeah.
And yeah, you experienced it to be a dad. That's the first time.
Yeah.
So if you can tell me a bit about that.
You're gonna make me cry, man. So the question was my relationship with Caroline, and I mean, there's nothing like your first child, you know, and then to be a beautiful daughter. She had me wrapped around her finger, you know, from a young age. I used to work, you know, my job really hard and come back just as the sun is going down, and she'd be waiting by the door. I'll get it together. Yeah, she'd be waiting by the door every night to go for a bike ride with me. She had a little trailer, and she'd be sitting in there with her helmet on, and even if no matter how tired I was, we did our bike ride up the road, through the town and back, and she was just always, all throughout her childhood and her youth, you know, even during those years where a lot of people struggle when they get older and they become teenagers and they're looking for their independence. And we always gave our kids their independence, but Caroline never took it and ran. She always wanted to be part of our family and to contribute, and she always came to me for advice. And we had the privilege of traveling together for many years. We did 9 years on the road full time, and so much of that I sat driving a Jeep, or Caroline was driving the Jeep. She always wanted to be with me, and I think because she wanted to talk and bounce questions off me and ideas she had or questions she had about life. And so I cherish every single mile that we traveled, and the time we could spend together around a campfire. And so it's been amazing. And then when she fell in love with Matt, it was like the happiest day of my life. And just knowing that Matt's a really solid guy, a really good guy with a very similar background, similar upbringing, similar values and morals, that makes a parent really happy. You want the best for your kids, and marriage being such an important part of life, to know that she found the right one, she found her soulmate, that's just incredible. Tomorrow is the big day. Tonight we're having a beautiful gathering here, just enjoying a meal together. And we did a rehearsal today. We had to do it a couple of times, and I'm thankful we did, because I would have been walking in the complete wrong direction. But I don't know what to think, but it's going to be surreal. It's going to be amazing seeing my young daughter. I still remember her as someone I'm cradling in my arms, and now she's a grown woman who's going to be walking down the aisle. And the part where they ask me who gives this woman to this man, and I say I do, I think is going to be another moment where it's going to be very emotional, but I have no fear about doing that, and that's what makes both me and Carol very happy.
It's actually, it's been like a dream, and something like I didn't ever think would really happen, because you still look at them as a little child, and then now to see her all grown up and she's found the one, I couldn't be more happy. It is really a dream come true, and it's almost like a fairy tale that we're living through. With Caroline, there's a lot of emotions that come along, because I think that's why we called her Caroline. Her name was going to be Jessica. It doesn't fit her. But after that, I remember them rushing us in, and I just told the doctors, as long as I can hear that first cry, then I'm okay. And I didn't get to see her for about 8 hours. And when I did finally get to see her, Peter had named her Caroline, and it's a beautiful song of joy. And we sure got our beautiful song of joy. She always paid attention to those details of how was I feeling. And she would do, like, in the middle of the desert, she would set up this little oasis with the 2 Jeeps and get the water pumping and make it all warm and do a spa day. And like style my hair and would do our nails, like as we're camping. Like, so she always made it home wherever we were. Or she would make something amazing, a loaf of bread or just anything really. But I would say her strength was to never complain and just enjoy nature, because like if there were the stars at night, she would wake us all up and we'd all have to come out of our tents and go look at the stars. Or if there were elk bugling, she was trying to capture it with her camera. So yeah, she taught me lessons to slow down and just soak in, because our time is so fast. Because you look at her as a little girl, and in a flash of an eye, she is standing next to the man of her dreams. So I would say to my daughter, soak in every minute that you have with each other and let time slow down, because we can always be rushing for the next date, rushing for, you know, a holiday, or rushing for when you have finances, maybe a newer car, or material things don't matter, because the only thing you can take with you is your kids, basically, and how you raise them, and together as a couple and a team, and you can see each other again in heaven. So just remember, the only thing that goes with you is each other's souls, and to just cherish that time that you do have with each other and pass that down to the next generation. And I couldn't be more proud as a mother. You gave us great honor, and I'm so thankful for you and for all the joy that you have brought us and blessed us with.
You having fun, Lindo? Having fun? No? Yes?
That looks amazing.
I know. It's coming together. It's really pretty. It's really, really pretty.
While Caroline and the wedding party are getting ready, her aunts were busy putting in the flowers and all the final details. Caroline wanted the wedding decorations to be like a journal and tell a story of the experiences she's had and the places she's seen.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Every piece, including the antlers, are items that we found or collected during the epic family road trip, and each one represents a special memory in Caroline's heart. Her aunts, who came in from Oregon and Ottawa, did an incredible job taking care of every little detail and making Caroline's wedding dreams come true.
Right there.
Yeah. So what's facing me? I guess the chair. Kind of nailed it. Like out. Yeah.
There you go. I love that. Don't you think?
It's good to be confident in what you do.
Yeah. See?
What, like wiping the chairs down?
Yeah.
You gotta be confident.
Like,
It's so beautiful.
I'm gonna have snot in my nose. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun. Ooh. That's too much. That's beautiful, sis. Thank you.
Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I do. Love you.
Welcome, beloved friends. We are gathered here in the presence of God and these witnesses to unite this man and woman in the holy covenant of marriage. Marriage was instituted by God, and the Apostle Paul commanded that it should be held in honor by all people. Therefore, no one must enter into marriage in a thoughtless or superficial manner, but rather in reverence, with soberness, and in godliness. It is for this purpose of being united in this holy covenant that these two have come here today. Dear bridal couple, God has created us to live in fellowship with Him and with one another. He has ordained it so that husband and wife shall be one, and He has confirmed this union with His blessing. Marriage is a blessed gift from God. It tests our will to share joy and sorrow, our will to give and to receive, to understand and forgive. In marriage, husband and wife are to grow closer to each other and pursue, in hope and in faith, everything that God is able to give. God's word says about marriage that it is holy, it is binding. God created man in His own image. In the image of God, He created him. Male and female, He created them. Then God blessed them in that relationship and said, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it." Jesus said in Matthew 19, "Have you not read that He who made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, 'For this reason a man shall leave his father and mother and be joined to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh.' So then, they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no man separate." Matt, before the face of God and in the presence of these witnesses, I ask you, will you take Caroline as your lawfully wedded wife to live together with her according to the Word of God in holy marriage?
I will.
Will you love her, honor her, and remain faithful to her, for better or for worse, till death do you part?
I will.
Likewise, I ask you, Caroline, will you take Matt as your lawfully wedded husband to live together with him according to the Word of God in holy marriage?
I will.
Will you love and honor him? Remain faithful to him, for better or for worse, till death do you part? You have the rings. Please repeat after me. I, Matt, give you Caroline.
I, Matt, give you Caroline.
This ring as a symbol.
This ring as a symbol.
Of my commitment.
Of my commitment.
To love, honor, and respect you.
To love, honor, and respect you.
In all ways.
In all ways.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
Repeat after me. I, Caroline, give you Matt.
I, Caroline, give you Matt.
This ring as a symbol.
This ring is a symbol.
Of my commitment.
Of my commitment.
To love, honor, and respect you.
To love, honor, and respect you.
In all ways.
In all ways.
Till death do us part.
Till death do us part.
Beautiful soul. You've been walking through life, going in like a rose.
The Lord bless you.
Thank you.
Keep you. And just wonderful.
Surrounded by daggers to keep you alone. I'll take the cuts and walk through that bright.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, please join me in raising a glass to the newlyweds. May your lives be overflowing with love and joy and happiness.
No matter what we'll go through, I'll keep on breathing for you. We'll build us a home, a place where you're safe to rejoice or to mourn. I'll be yours, for rich or for poor. We'll count every blessing and choose to enjoy. Don't you know I'll be your knight to ride through the fight and say I'll keep believing for you, 'cause my heart is beating for you. No matter what we'll go through.
It's a brother's biggest wish that when his sister goes to get married, he can find somebody that can love and respect her the way that we always try to. When I first heard it was your name, we had never actually met, but I had only heard good things about you. And today, as we sit here and listen to everyone else, it only just gets reaffirmed. Caroline, you said you'd have books and books that you could say about us, and that you were thankful for having us as brothers, but we can say that 7 times over, and it wouldn't begin to say how much you've meant to us. Here come the waterworks. And done for us. You said that I was special, and I'd say the same thing to you. You were an older sister, but I couldn't begin to explain how much that truly means. Anywhere we were, as long as you were there, felt like home. So thank you so much for being who you are. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to coming and visiting you guys very soon.
When Caroline first told us about Matt, I could tell by the glint in her eye and the sound of her voice that she had met the one. It was that clear. And I said, that's amazing. What's his name? And she said, Matt Kimberly. And I said, Kimberly? I mean, I was at his parents' wedding 40 some odd years ago. I said, send me a picture. And she sent me a picture. And I bring it up and I'm like, oh, I see a picture of a guy sitting on the back of a wild alligator in the swamps of Florida. I'm like, this guy's got potential.
He becomes your brother. So we were just worried about how that would go. But then, I was kind of involved right when Caroline first got the first text message from Matt. And I remember seeing some pictures of him. And my first picture wasn't the alligator. It was him doing a handstand. And I mean, his legs were as big as my torso. And I'd heard from all the boys on how good of a guy he was. Caroline, I don't even want to try to talk about all the stuff I'd love to say about you. You talk about anything, our journeys together or around the world, like what Dad was saying, and some of the craziest situations you can imagine, and definitely not somewhere you'd think, like looking at Caroline now, you wouldn't think to see her climbing a mountain ahead of her brothers, or when soldiers are stopping us in Baja, like we've literally got a 50 cal pointed at us. I'm trying to argue with this guy with guns. They'd put us in a kill box, like no way to get out. She was calm as anything, just, talking Spanish somehow. I don't know if it came naturally in the moment or if she had practiced. She was able to calm the guy down who was searching the vehicle and make it easy. So I think Matt's a really strong, awesome, God-fearing man, and Caroline is the perfect match as a just sweet, kind-hearted person, but who also has the courage to go out and do things. And I think that'll make an amazing mom and dad one day, and it's been an amazing time being your brother, and now I have another brother, which is awesome.
She always was so calm, like in any situation. I remember Peter was riding his motorcycle and crashed it pretty bad. And some stranger came up to us and said, there's someone up there, is that your son? And he's badly hurt, and he is bleeding from the face. And we were so confused because their helmets were enclosed, and they're very good helmets. And Caroline right away, calmly, just threw everything out of the Jeep on one side because we didn't know the situation, so that he could, if it was that serious, we could make a little stretcher and Pete could work on him. You pay attention to details, and that's really a gift. And Matt, I love you so much, and I love your family so much. I feel like I've known you guys forever. So I just want to say I love you both. And Caroline, thank you so much, and for making everything so cozy. You want to be a homemaker, and even in your youth, you wanted to learn those homemaking skills. And you wanted to honor your mother and father, and that you did. So thank you so much.
I want you to stay cool and calm and collected, because you'll need it with Matt. Matt, I just want to thank you for making our home so good. Just being such a good boy and blessing everyone and making it so lively and good. I'm so glad for that.
Invite everybody over for his birthday. And his birthday was like 3 months away, but Dennis would say by the time his birthday comes along, we're going to have to rent a hall.
Always perfect curls and a pocket knife in hand. I'd so like to have a girl like that. Song tonight, Caroline. Sweet couple, let's celebrate tonight.
not to shed. I'm glad this all was my idea. The honeymoon will start today. I bet that we can stow away to be the wedding of the year. See the world around me, and all the answers are as long as I live from this moment on.
So many people.
Circles, Ray, circles.
Well, they just drove away. It was super fun to watch them drive away in Vandy. The original Epic Family Road Trip Jeep. We just had an incredible day from beginning to end. The whole weekend's been amazing, and we just wish Caroline and Matt, we wish you guys all the best in your new life together, and just go out there and have fun. And we love you guys.
Love you guys.
Beautiful soul, you've been walking through life, going it on your own, like a rose grown in the thorns, surrounded by daggers to keep you alone. Don't you know I'll take the cuts and walk through that brush to I'll keep believing for you, 'cause my heart is beating for you. No matter what we'll go through, I'll keep on breathing for you. A home, a place where you're safe to rejoice or to mourn. I'll be yours, for rich or for poor. We'll count every blessing and choose to enjoy. Don't you know I'll be your night.